Hi, good evening guys, it's Lem here, and I've got another episode of comparing Amiga and NeoLemmix. I'm going to play some of the original levels, and we're going to look at a particular feature which is different between the two platforms. So today I'm going to be looking at pinpoint precision and how frame stepping can help with that. Okay, so NeoLemmix has a feature called Framestepping, which is where you can use, you can move forward or backwards a single frame whilst paused as well, so you can get really pinpoint accuracy as to what you're doing. And there are certain levels in the game which just become so much easier because of the ability to do that. Okay, so the first level I'm going to be looking at is Living on the Edge, taxing level 12. Classic example of where if you miss an assignment, the lemming is walking off the edge of the platform. So frame stepping really helps with this in NeoLemmix. In fact, you can use it to get the assignment exactly right, and I'll show you how. So I have the mouse buttons assigned to frame step, so if I click the left mouse button it'll frame step forward, and if I click the right mouse button it'll frame step backward, like that. Okay, so I'm actually going to frame step forward until he walks off the edge. Then I'm going to go backwards one, so I know that that is the furthest point along. And then if you look at the skill shadow, you can see that it meets the wall. And that's, if I go even one frame backwards, he's not going to meet the wall. So it needs, you literally need to assign it right on the edge, hence the title of the level. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to make a digger pit for the other guys, because I want to save all of them. And the great thing about this level is there's 10 lemmings and you've got 10 climbers, so you can make your digger pit as deep as you like and they can just climb out of it. You don't need to worry about trying to build out or anything like that. Okay, so again, walk right to the edge. With these ones, you've got a little bit more leeway. You've actually got four frames worth of being able to make the build. So I'm probably not going to use frame stepping for the rest of this level. Right. Now I can use my direction select to get the lemmings out of the digger pit. No problem. Okay, so that was Living on the Edge in NeoLemmix with frame stepping to help me. Now I'm going to play it in the Amiga where there's no frame stepping. Okay, so I've got to get this beginning bit absolutely spot on. Whew. And then there's just that bit more pressure now on all of these. There's something about the waiting for the builder and then having to get this pinpoint accurate assignment. It's just very unique to Lemmings. Okay, that should be alright. So now I'm going to go over here and use the direction select technique to get the guys out of here. I'm just going to spam click because... Oh, hang on. I can just do that now. Cool. Okay, grand. So that should hopefully give you an idea of how frame stepping can really help. I'm going to play a slightly more difficult level now, and we'll see how it helps there as well. Okay, get yourselves a brew. I'm going to play through Steelworks. Okay, so the thing about this level, and the reason why I've chosen it, is because at the beginning here, we're going to go for the all save, by the way. You only need to save 90, but we're going for 100%. So there's quite a lot of quite precise assignments that need to be made, one after the other, during this opening section, because you've got a splat drop here and you've got a splat drop here. So there's quite a lot to look after in the opening part of the level. The mid section is quite easy, it's just a bit of a builder fest. But then by the time you get here, you're starting to run out of builders, and you've got to get up this quite sort of irregular shaped tunnel. And so the builder assignments have to be quite precise, and you are running out as well. So it's a tough level, and frame stepping makes it absolute breeze. So let's I'll show you that now. So the first thing we're going to do is assign the first floater, and as soon as he lands, he needs to build, because I'm going to use the frame stepping to make him land and then build straight away, because that one pixel makes the drop safe for the rest of them. And then the next 4 lemmings can all be floaters. And then the idea here is that this first one is going to build up against this wall to make this drop safe. And it only needs to be, again, you only need a few pixels worth of bridge there. There's not going to be enough time for him, so I'm going to make him build to slow him down. We'll get right up close to the wall. And I don't think this guy will make it either. No, not quite. So I can just frame step backwards, take him back up onto the bridge, and there we go. This guy's going to be okay though. In fact, I might make him my hero lemming. So there we have it. So again, all of that, there's quite a lot going on, but because of frame stepping, it's as easy as it looks. It really is. And then, not quite, there you go. And then again, like I say, this mid section here, I'll just get the release rate up now whilst we're doing this bit. This mid section here, it's all about just getting across the water, really, nothing too tricky. But it does cost you a few builders, so that by the time you get here, you've only got 12 left, and you've got to really work out how you're going to get up through this thing. So the way to do it is start off with 3 and get up to there. That gives you enough height to then be able to make it up to here in 2, and then up to there in 1. Can you get up there? Yes, you can. Good. Okay. And then there in 2. And there we have it. That should be it. Cool. Okay, so now I can just complete the bridge. And, I mean, that was just an absolute doddle. So again, the frame stepping just helped me with being able to place these builders perfectly. Obviously I was using skill shadows as well, and direction select can be helpful as well, but it's not essential when you've got the frame stepping. It's not essential for this bit. Okay, so there we go. That was Steelworks in NeoLemmix. I'm now going to play the same level on the Amiga, and you'll see just how much more of a challenge it is. Okay, so this is one of my favourite levels on the Amiga, just because of how much of a challenge it is and how much there is to get right. So yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so I need to get this as soon as he lands. Yes, okay. so you need to build, and you need to build, and so do you. And then this guy should be okay. Okay, cool. So now we just need a worker. Get him towards the edge, and then what that'll do is it'll enable him to get across here in 4 builds, and that'll hopefully conserve an extra builder for that end section. So, yeah. So yeah, that opening section, it's just like, you know, you've got hardly any margin for error, you've just got to get it right first time, otherwise you're starting again, and it just, I don't know, it just, it adds a lot of atmosphere to the game, it just makes it so that, you know, it feels good when you get it right. Alright, so I need to get this guy as soon as he turns around. There we go. Right, so that should hopefully then have saved me an extra builder that may come in handy later on. But yeah, if you do want to grab yourself a brew, now's the time. Actually, you know, this middle section, I mean, it's easy to write Steelworks off as a builder fest, but actually, and particularly when playing it on the Amiga, you've got to get this midsection right as well, because you don't want to spend too many builders getting over this water. Like, this is doable. If you get it on the edge like that, this is doable in 2. And then that's doable in 3, so you've only spent 5 builders. And then you're ending up with about 13 or 14 to get up here. Yes, I've got 13 builders. That's, you know, it is. I know it's doable in 12 from playing it in NeoLemmix, but I've got that extra builder just in case something goes wrong. So the key to this is to get as much height as possible. So I'm going to start from about here. Okay, because you want to get as much height as possible on here so that when he turns around, it builds up to about here, and then you can get, this needs to be doable in 2 ideally. If you're spending 3 builders, from getting to there, if you're spending 3 builders getting up onto this, that's where you're running into trouble a little bit. But yeah, that should be enough height. That's a decent amount of height. I'm going to get him as soon as he turns around again. Okay, get past. Yes, okay, cool. That's a good amount of height as well. So I should be able to get on here in 2. I'm going to wait till he turns around just because I need to get height here. There we go. Whew, okay. Grand. Okay, so far so good. I'll start the second bridge off and I'll go and free the crowd. Right, again, I'm just going to let him turn around because the idea here is to get as much height as I possibly can. Same again. That should do it. Yes, there we go. So Steelworks 100% with a builder to spare as well. That is a good feeling when you've played this level on the Amiga and you know how difficult it is. Yeah, that's a good feeling. So yeah, hopefully that gave you an idea of where frame stepping can come in handy, even with a level like Steelworks where there's a lot of building going on. That entrance hatch where they're coming out, you need to get that landing as soon as that floater lands. You need to build straight away, so frame stepping really helps with things like that. And then when they're going over the water in the middle, you want to try and do it in as few builders as possible. So if you can get the lemming right to the edge before you start building over the water, then it's only costing you 2 builders to get over that first bit. And then of course the end section when you're going up that irregular shaped tunnel, frame stepping really helps with that as well, because you can make sure that you've got enough height, and if you make a mistake you can just go back and do it again. So yeah, all good. Let's go on to the next level. Surely the mother of all pinpoint accuracy levels, Save Me. Mayhem 29, another one of my absolute favourites. Let's go for it. Okay, so this one is very stingy on the skills, but the save requirement's only 80, so from that point of view you've got a bit of margin for error. But you know, I always like to try and save as many as I can, so the key to this bit, you can make it up here in 3 bridges. The key is to save as many builders as you can, but also you want the first few lemmings who walk out on this platform to be fairly ungrouped, and that can be a difficulty in itself. But let's see what happens. Yeah, so let me have a look. Might be okay. I want 2 lemmings. So if I make that one a blocker, then there's my 2. Make that one build there. And then the trick here is to build all the way down with this first one, and then the second one you build only about half the way down, and then you bash, and then it makes a safety landing for these guys. So let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. Although you are a little bit further ahead than I would want you to be, so give him a bit more digging time. There we go. And that should be about right for getting over the blocker. And then again, NeoLemmix just makes this bit an absolute breeze. You can watch them down onto that and then assign it when you're ready. You've actually got 2 pixels worth of terrain there, of steel. And there we have it. Cool, so how many did I save? 94. So 94 Lemmings on NeoLemmix. Probably won't save that many on the Amiga, but I'm certainly going to try and save as many as I can. So let's go and play that level on the Amiga and see what happens. Okay, here goes. So I'm going to start by making a pre-build there. And the purpose of that is to help me get over this blocker. But it's also going to be the start of the safety bridge as well. I'm not going to lie to you, this is probably the 7th attempt at this level now. And it's very difficult. Should be alright to start this off now. I get it right on the edge. Just don't want to miss that blocker. Okay, I need a left-facing lemming about there. Should be about right. And this is the first kind of moment where this bit here, there's like a bit there where you just hope that that drop is safe. Come on. Yes. Okay. Right, and now I want 2 lemmings at the front now, so I'm going to make this guy build. Nope. Nope. You. Okay, cool. So I've got my 2 worker lemmings. I'm going to leave as much room as I can here for this blocker. Ah, well. At this point, it's getting over this blocker is so, it's like it really is a hit and hope, to be honest, unless you can catch one that's by itself, which by this point in the game is in the level, sorry, is it's quite an ask, but here goes. So it needs to start far enough away from the blocker that he's not going to turn around on the blocker, but close enough to it that it gets them over. I reckon it's going to be you. Right? Don't let me down. Yes! Yes! Okay, good. Yes! Get in there. Right, now I've got to get these 2 to do this end bit. I can do this. I can do this. Come on. It's just a bit of precision, that's all. Come on. I've got this. Yes! Come on! Yes! I've done it. That is a good feeling. My God. If OBS is not working right now, or if my phone's not going to die if I've plugged it in, but oh my God. Yes. 33 seconds. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh my God. That's about as good as it gets playing this game. It really is. 92%. Come on. Oh. And now this beast. Well, what can I say? Okay, it's been bugging me that I didn't get 94% on Save Me, so I'm going to give it another go. I think the key to it is getting this builder assignment up here right to get the 2 worker lemmings ahead. Okay, so I'm going to let this stream go past, and then it'll be I'll use this guy here. Great. Okay, so that's my 2 workers and my blocker. I'll let them come a good distance along here just to make it easy to build over the blocker. Yeah, I think it's going to be, I'm just going to measure it actually. I think it should be somewhere between the 3rd and 4th points on this steel, so let's see. That should be about right. Got it. Okay. Here we go. Come on, in one. Lovely. Should be enough time there as well. Okay, 94%. There we go. Feel better now. Good stuff. Thanks for watching.